Yikes. I lost it. Yikes. We're going towards the chicane. We passed through the chicane but got a penalty for cutting through the chicane. Welcome back to another episode of Assetto Corsa on WM G92. In today's episode, we will be continuing our career series, and this time we will be playing the Intermediate Series 2. So without further ado, let's start today's episode. So for today, we will be driving the Mercedes SLS AMG, and our first race is at the Nurburgring. Now let me just bring down my difficulty level to 77% and we will continue with our race. So here we are at the Nurburgring with our Mercedes AMG SLS. Now I gotta keep in mind this car doesn't have a clutch, and if I put it in first gear, I will jump the red light. Whoa, that was a hard launch, a lot of wheel spin. Car started to fishtail, but that car has some massive power. Look at us, just passing everyone. Whoa. The BMW just pulled in front of me. Mercedes and BMW natural rivalry going on. Hard brakes here. Ooh, going too fast for the corner. Yeah, went off track. Right on the first corner of the first lap of the first race. That's not a good start. I lost so much time going off track. I gotta work really hard to catch up to the competition now. One of the BMWs running it too close to the inside line. But our Mercedes has got some huge horsepower on these BMWs. Ooh, I'm going wide. Ooh, battling with the BMW again. This time physically. Now this car feels much better than McLaren MP412C, but I gotta say, the brakes are not up to the mark. As you can see, I'm already running wide and I got a penalty for that. A 10-second penalty. But on the straights, this thing is a monster, unleashing all the horsepower from the AMG. Ran it wide there again, got another penalty. Okay, let's get back on track. And ran it wide again, off track, back to back. And lost another place to BMW again. You really gotta brake way before the turn and even before the braking mark. Trying to take this corner flat out. Ooh, went off track. Yikes. I lost it. Yikes. We're going towards the chicane. We passed through the chicane but got a penalty for cutting through the chicane. Yeah, I think I developed some type of problem with my steering after the crash. This is not a good start to this episode. This is our last lap and let's try to gain some better places. Gaining on the M3 E92s, that's a good sign. Pushing the blue M3 E92 wide. Getting physical. Past both the M3 E92s. But I'm having massive steering issues here. It's really hard to control the car now. But the car is really powerful and can catch up to the competition very easily. Too bad the brakes aren't that good. Put this bend flat out. Nicely done. And hard on the brakes. Another AMG SLS. And I'm gonna cut through the inside line. Little contact there again. And here is the final stretch of the race. And through the finish line, let's see what place we got. So we finished 4th place. It's not as bad as I thought it would be, even though we crashed on the first lap. And we had multiple penalties throughout the race. So now let's jump into our second race at the Imola. After our second race, hopefully good this time, but you never know. That was another aggressive launch from the AMG SLS, even though we have the traction control on, but it is just useless. Now this race should be better because I know how the car handles, where I should brake, and already overshooting the chicane, but not by too much. Alright, I got a certain lag issue with my game. I think I'm gonna have to restart and redo this race. Almost went off track, went way too wide. I don't know what's with my frame rate. I have to check it out. It hasn't done this before ever. I believe the frame rate issue has been fixed now, but I went off track and gained a penalty for 4 seconds. So actually I was recording dually with my OBS and the NVIDIA GeForce, and I didn't realize that OBS was still on, so I just turned it off and everything seems fine now. Alright, let's try to catch up to the lead now. The AMG gang's all here. Braking early for this corner, as we know the brakes are not good on this AMG SLS. Lotus and AMG chasing that Ferrari through the corners. Looks like it's going to be double passes. Oh, just hit the Ferrari and threw him off balance. Oh, and the Lotus spins me out. I almost took out the other SLS with my SLS. Alright, I'm going to try for another pass with the Lotus and the Ferrari. Ooh, almost again. Made contact with the Ferrari, but barely saved it. That Lotus is quite fast as well, keeping up with the SLS and the Ferrari. And leaving behind the Ferrari 488, I believe, we gain our second place. Ooh, went too wide, went too fast, and went off track. Got a penalty for 5 seconds. Oh no, I think it's another penalty coming. Yes, it is. Another 5-second penalty. Wow, 10 seconds lost in such a short time. That was 2 consecutive penalties, and the guy in the lead has left us behind. There's the Ferrari. I got a break. Ooh, I went too fast. Went too fast. Oh boy. I just went into the gravel trap, and this is going to be a huge penalty. Let's try and make it out of here. Wait, what? No penalty? Okay, that's good. I think I had my punishment with the gravel trap. Alright, this could be my last chance to gain P1, and I gotta do everything in my power to get it. Running on the inside, on the Ferrari braked way too early, even earlier than the AMG SLS. And here we are at the end of our race, securing P1 very easily. And now it's time to move on to our next and third race. I even set a best lap time in this race. That's good. And now our next race is at Silverstone GP. And away we go in our third race. We're again surrounded by Lotuses and another AMG SLS. And we're already making contact again. Whoa, that Lotus was about to spin out. I believe the Lotuses are quite aggressive in this game. Ooh, that was another almost contact. Whoa. What are you doing there, 211? Whoa. Yeah, these Lotuses are just really aggressive, even getting hostile. Yikes, dropped my tires there. Whoa. Yikes. I stood out and we are off the track. I just tapped the brakes on the grass and then I was a passenger. Freaky how easily you can lose control of a car. The car is heavy and the brakes are working overtime, but these brakes are not for this car. Let's try to gain some more places with this long straight, but we really can't brake late because if we do, we go wide and we lose time. Although I have more horsepower than most of the cars here, but due to our braking issues, we're having problems with this race. We passed this Lotus in SLS. Whoa, right between the SLS and the Lotus. Oh, sorry. Hit my SLS with the SLS. Stabbed him in the back. Running too wide again. Just barely off the track and back right on it. And there's the finish line right in front of us. Let's see what place we finish in. And we finished third place. Wow, that's actually surprising. 18 seconds of split time between us and the race leader. And now it's time to jump into our fourth race. And our fourth race is at the Spa Francorchamps. And this time the difficulty will be 78%, 1% more than usual difficulty. And away we go, into our first time on the Spa Francorchamps track. I don't even properly remember, but the last time I was on this track was on either Need for Speed Shift or Need for Speed Shift 2. And we have already started crashing. There it is, the famous corkscrew turn. Let's see if I can take it flat out. No, I can't. I'm already off track, and I've gained a 10-second penalty for that. Hard braking here. Ooh, controller turned off. Turn it back on, but we've already ran deep into the wide. I have to say I'm actually disappointed with the handling of this car. I thought the AMG SLS would be a better handling car than this. So this S Pen is actually called the Euro. I had to look it up. Now if I can only find a tutorial how to take it flat out in the AMG SLS. That is a massive drift. Got it back easily. We're left really far behind and that's really bad news for us. This is really not our race. Well, looks like we'll be finishing in 7th place with a 20-second penalty as well. Oh no, we still finished 8th. Wow, that's some extra bad news. And our split time was 93 seconds. That's very bad, but not as bad as the guy behind me with 105 seconds. And now time for our 5th and final race at the Monza racetrack. Off we go, and again this is going to be one difficult race because this is a narrow track and our car has bad brakes. And as always, first chicane is bad news. That was a bad crash. Sorry about that, Ferrari. And somehow we didn't get a penalty. Looks like I'm going to be cutting this chicane again, and I got 4 and then 20 seconds of penalty. And I have to block as many cars as possible. Gotta brake hard and early, getting some understeer from the AMG SLS, and the Ferrari taking the opportunity there, but we gained back on the Ferrari. Ooh, hurt my engine there on the downshift. Even though downshift protection was working, I had to brake earlier than the Ferrari, and the Ferrari still stops better than me. Gotta brake early for this chicane. Oh no, I brake late. Again. Ooh, another 20-second penalty. That's 40-second penalty in a single race. You know what, this is not my race. I gotta try again. Right, so I braked early this time and I'm safe now. Whoa, so much in the shade, and I slid it out from the rear at 38 km per hour. Competition is getting way too ahead of us. Something seems wrong with the car because I'm really not gaining on the competition. And I increased the difficulty just by 1%. Yeah, I'm not making it through the chicane, I'm going straight. And I got a penalty for 25 seconds. I believe that's the largest penalty I've ever received. 73 seconds of split time, and we're still not making the chicane, and we got a small penalty. Another penalty coming up, but that was a small one. This was just not our race. And there's the finish line, and we are going to be finishing in ninth place. What a bad end to this race and this episode. And on that disappointing note, this is it for this episode. If you like this episode, please like, comment, and share, and subscribe to the channel for more upcoming videos. I'll be back with another video pretty soon. Till then, take care of yourselves, and goodbye for now.